You are tuning into the Goldylocks Productions presentation of the Spiritual Insight Show with Reverend Tiffany White Sage Woman.
I'm Reverend Tiffany White Sage Woman, and I am very happy and pleased to be with each and every one of you again this Sunday evening, and sitting in sacred circle with each and every one of you who are watching live, or even if you're watching on the replay, it doesn't matter. We are all right here, right now, in the same moment and in this same healing space. So thank you all so much. I'm going to give you a few minutes for everyone to find their way into the show. So thank you so much. For those who are watching live, this is being streamed through Facebook on the Goldylocks Productions page. And also, it is being streamed live via radio on Spreaker. So hello, everyone, whether you are watching or listening, and both. So hello, Julia. Good evening. And hello, beautiful Sarah and Anthony and my godson, Austin, who's growing up so fast. And Teresa, hello, how are you? Hello, Wendy, with her new fancy bathroom. Makeovers are so great, aren't they? They're just so refreshing. And just her before and after pictures, yeah. Wendy, it looks really great. Great job. Hello, Amy. Welcome. Welcome. So everyone's finding the show very quick now. You just know, go to the Goldylocks Productions page and the show will come on. So hello, Chris. Yes, it is. It's the last Sunday of August. So it really, next Sunday is September 1st. And by the way, too, another little fun tidbit, a little fact to know about September 1st, other than the release of Everything Pumpkin and oh my gosh, the fall frenzy is actually the new season. It's season 5 for Goldylocks Productions. So the fourth anniversary. So the fourth anniversary and the fourth season ends and season 5 begins. So time is flying by, isn't it? It's just like, wow, it's crazy. I know, right, Julia? Yeah. It just seems like, okay, we just got on yesterday. I don't know. But yeah, it's beautiful. It's wonderful. I love that. So thank you all so much. And many of you have been with me the whole time, and even further, because I was on the air since I've been on the air since 2011, starting off with just radio and then doing both, then doing TV and radio. So it's, and again, you can find all these archive shows on the Goldylocks Productions YouTube channel. All right. If you go there, you can find, there's playlists of each of the shows. So you can look, just look specifically for the Spiritual Insight Show and you can see all of that. You can also, like I said, any show that you want to see. So in the Goldylocks Productions playlist just has all the shows. So it's, check it out. Let me know what you think about it. And if you haven't subscribe to the YouTube channel. And make sure when you subscribe, and there's a little bell, if you click the bell, you get notifications every time a new show is uploaded, or a new video. So, yay, that's great. And you also see on the playlist is a Goldylocks Temple of Healing for when I like to do the message of the day, or just a message hits me that I need to record right away and can't wait until, my show on Sundays. So, so there we go. When inspiration hits, you gotta sit in front of that camera, right? So yes, Wendy. Yeah, Wendy remembers. That's right. You scroll down. Yes, because the show Spiritual Insight wasn't just myself. it was with Heather DeLusso. We were called the Giggle Girls because it was a laugh fest. We'd get on and we start giggling, and it was the energy was just such on fire with us and between us two that it was it's a great exchange. So we would giggle the whole way through. So anyway, yes, I know, right? It's amazing, isn't it? So I hope that everyone is ready for, we've been harvesting those that have been growing their gardens, tending your gardens, knowing that, okay, it's great harvest time. We've got a lot of great food coming off of the vines, out of the gardens, so it's very grateful for our harvest. And we tried pumpkins this year, and we had 4. 3 made it, 1, didn't make it so much. But I think we left them in there too long because then the bugs and everything started to get to them, or this, so, and we know creatures like to eat them too. We have a lot of squirrels and a lot of, so it's a treat for them. So you just cut them open, and you can remove the seeds if you depending on where you're going to put it. And the birds will eat. They like the filling. But just remove the seeds. Otherwise, they'll go and plant pumpkin patches everywhere. Not that I think that's a bad idea. I love when nature helps in gardening. So, but we didn't remove the seeds. We just put a hole in it and let nature take its course with it. So just make sure to remove it if it starts to get moldy, then it's done. But we have a compost pile as well, a section of our yard for composting. So it's turns out really good. We do get some good compost dirt, some good dirt that we help with next year's garden. So it's really great. So, hello, Robin. How are you? Yay, welcome. Welcome to the Sacred Circle. So, I wanted to welcome everyone that's coming in. Yay. All right. And so, for those of you maybe who don't know, let me just share my website. My website is whitesagewoman.com. I'm saying sage, S-A-G-E, whitesagewoman.com. You can go there and find my services, all sorts of things, and just check it out. And even I was going through, and we got to update. Every once in a while. We should always, update our websites and things. And so I was looking at all the photos. I have a photo gallery in there too. You should check it out. And that's just pretty fun. And I've got to add some things to media, but it's you forget everything that you do. It's like going through a scrapbook, isn't it? You're kind of, oh, wow. I remember when we went here. I remember when we did this. And it's kind of like the same thing. So let's see. A message is here from Sarah. So when the message flies, got to share when it comes in. I had that earlier today. I'm good at spelling, but it came in so fast, I just posted it quick. I got called out on my misspelling, and I laughed because of how it came out. I'm sorry so long. No, don't be sorry. It's, you know what, though? Here's the thing. The grammar police is going to look at your words on hang on your spelling and everything. What about feeling what you're saying? If they know you, truly know you, and know your heart and your soul, they know what you're trying to say. And don't be fooled, because science has proved that we fix misspelled words in our mind, that sometimes we don't even see it, because as long as the first and last letter or something like that, I forget the exact details of it, but that our mind actually fixes misspelled words as we're reading. And so this is why when you write something, it's good to have someone read it over, because you can look at it 5 times in a row and keep fixing it. But if you get someone else to look at it with those fresh editor eyes, I need you to look for them, then they do it. Or if you don't have anyone, then just walk away from it and go back another time and look it over with some fresh eyes when you are away from it. It's if you look at it too long, it's just amazing how our brains work and tries to fix things. All right. And so I have a couple of friends like this. They're very educated, or they had very educated, that's their push, is to appear to be educated and smart. And they hang on every word that you say. And if you don't say the right word, they disagree with you immediately. Or they kind of, it takes you off into a whole different, and you're like, what? What? No, just be quiet and listen to what I'm saying. Feel the energy. Feel the vibration of this message. So it's funny. And this is like people that are like friends and acquaintances and things. We try to have people we try to have a conversation with. And it's like, you walk away going, okay, I love you. Bye. Love and light. Bye. Because some people, maybe you don't love, but it's just, okay, bye-bye. Anyway, it's so funny, isn't it? All right. Let's see. Al grew what most people thinks is a weed in the lawn called plantain. The rabbits love it and left his garden alone. Yes, Wendy, we're really fortunate here in the Northeast to have a lot of the plantain. If it grew in the garden, I left it too. Ours, in our area, it's just, it was growing in our lawn. It was just we didn't pull it. It would just get run over with the lawnmower. But we have a lot of, I'm telling you, our gardens, yes, some of it is us planting it, but the rest we just let nature. And, just, hey, go for it. The birds help with planting, the squirrels, like you said, it's really great. And so it's always, I've learned to not at springtime get out there and pull everything. Let's see what it develops into. And then just, because you have some nice surprises too. So, oh, let's see, Robin. Oh yeah, I have crappy spelling. I would have to get the dictionary out. Well, I guess yeah. Again, if you're writing an article or an essay or something, sure, you want to make sure your spelling is correct. But I understand too, this is why I really don't prefer to write, is because the information comes in so fast. I know there's going to be errors. I'm always even have to edit my own journal. It's like, for a while I tried voice recording, having a voice recorder to record messages that come in. And that works really well too. And then you can just go back and write it down in a more relaxed way. Because we know it, you get that message and it's like, oh, if you don't write it down right away, then there you go. But I've learned to write it down first and then kind of look it over. I've done it. You get so carried away and you just want to share it immediately. But I have to always re-look at my texts and my messages, and technology is just not kind to us, and the information flows in so fast. It's like, no. Yeah, right. So my spelling definitely isn't what it used to be. Sure. Yeah. Yeah. And it shouldn't be, Julia, either, because now this is all part of us bridging the gap between our left and right brain. And as we ascend and we're getting into new territory, we can feel like we have this brain fog, and we're feeling our way through it. And it's defying how we were raised. It's everything we know, right? We know this. We've been taught this just recently in our spiritual learning. All right, but still, it's a new adventure. It really is. And I know a lot of us can feel too, like, oh my gosh, my messages are really strong, and then they're kind of like having to relearn, because we're having to relearn how to work in the new vibrations and the new dimensions, and that's okay. So just be gentle on yourself and know that it's coming. It's coming in. Just allow it. Don't force it. Just allow it to come in and flow. All right. So I have talked about before 5G EMFs and things like that in past shows. All I want to say is about that. I'm not going to go into a big rant about it. But there's a 5G summit that starts tomorrow, August 26th. You can find the banner. I do have a link to everything to that. You can find the 5G summit banner. I do believe it's on the Goldylocks Productions Facebook page. It's on the Goldylocks Productions group. It's on my blog. I do believe I even put one of the banners on the Goldylocks Productions website. Okay, and so that's something that I do not think that I have shared with you guys. I have my website, which you can get to it. It's so easy. But I'm going to put it here because a lot of people spell Goldylocks with a Y. And for those listening on radio, I'm saying Goldylocks Productions with an S, CT for Connecticut.com. That is the website for Goldylocks Productions. All right. Goldylocks with a Y. And I'm saying, it's Goldylocks with an S, Productions with an S, CT for Connecticut.com, GoldylocksProductions.com. That is, for those of you who maybe didn't know that, that's that website too. Yay! All right. So hello, Kiki. Thank you for joining. And you have to learn how this show works. So just if any messages come through, I reserve a time in the show for messages, but I do some channeled sharing first and then some messages later on. So thank you, Kiki, and just stay tuned. All right, and welcome to this sacred circle. All right, now to get back to to stream thought. Oh yeah. So I was just letting you know that. Just check it out. It's for free. You can watch them every day. They have like speakers from this 5G summit. They have like 3 or 4 speakers a day. I'm not sure, but you want to watch them within the first 24 hours. They're free. Then this is how, they get you kind of, is then you have to buy the whole package if you want to see the whole thing. And so if you have time, just try to listen to 1 or 2. I always pick like 1 or 2 that jump out at you, 1 or 2 of the presenters, or you might know who they are. And it's, that was a really loud motorcycle, isn't it? My goodness. It's a beautiful day here. It almost feels, like fall weather, windows open, breeze. It's just so nice. And then, you have people that just drive by really loudly. Anyway. So, thank you so much for sharing the show, Kiki. And yes, and I know that you're new here, so that's why I was sharing that with you. So thank you. And so you can most definitely check out that and check in if you're concerned about it. Again, I said before, don't let fear. This is the thing with everything. Fear. Don't address it with fear. 5th dimension, 5D is higher than 5G. Okay, so we are working on our spiritual growth and development, and the ascension is happening. It already has. Ooh, there goes my crown's itching. The crown chakra. So we are already, we feel like we're straddling, a lot of us, the 3rd dimension and the 4th dimension. And so this is where we are shifting and moving along. All right. And that's okay. That's all right. I think our expectation of what is it like, and we're going to notice these differences. And it's going to come at us like on a daily basis. And we probably won't even recognize until, wow, months go by. And then we're looking back. Look back even now, like August, where we were January and February. I go through the calendar sometimes or my journals, and I'm like, that feels like that was years ago. And that was only months ago. So this is how we are progressing. This is how fast, so to speak. And that time is just where we're ascending out of that illusion. And we're trying to find harmony and balance. Okay, we really are trying to find harmony and balance consistently in all of this. And so, yes, Wendy, food tastes different these days, doesn't it? Yes, yes. So we're just going to, and this is great to notice all the changes that you're experiencing within your body, mind, body, and soul. Excuse me, I feel like I'm going to sneeze. Okay. The thing to remember is we have done some meditations. We have gone to connect with the cosmic heart energy, right? And for those who maybe don't realize and understand, how do we connect to that cosmic heart energy, that divine cosmic heart, connecting our sacred heart center with the divine cosmic heart? How do we do that? What gets us there? What's that energy that propels us? Is joy. Joy, happiness gets us there. And then we're in this beautiful space of harmony and peace. And it's beyond words, definitely beyond spell check, autocorrect, whatever. It's beyond words. It's a feeling, it's a flow, it's like a melody, a song, a sound. It's just so wonderful. It really, really is. And so, and this is the thing, is I know, isn't it interesting how we talk about, we know there's going to be some changes, some more dramatic earth changes. We understand that. And then we hear news about things happening. Ladies say, okay, the Amazon's on fire. Mother Earth cleanses herself from time to time. And whether the fire was set intentionally or not, all right, it was cleansed. Now, what makes the fire burn on and on and on is when it's fed fear. What's the intention behind your prayer? Behind you sending out healing? Is it fear-based? Oh my gosh, those animals, those people, oh my gosh, oh my gosh. Stop. Understand, all right, that Mother Earth is cleansing and it is releasing. We get in the way with our own. We shouldn't get in the way with hers. We have a tendency to sabotage our own sometimes. Not anymore. I think we are all really learning and progressing and releasing now. Maybe years ago, we would sabotage our own growth and development as a lesson, as an experience. But I was just saying, this is that, let's have that same type of, Lady Gaia, Mother Earth, is a living being. She has her mission. She has, all right, this to go back into the fifth dimensional vibrations that she originally was created as, all right? And so there's going to be shifts, changes, and things that occur. Understand, yes, fire is cleansing. We're taught this. Fire is cleansing. She's releasing. Now, when you send love to a fire, forest that's on fire, to a hurricane, to weather coming in, tornadoes, just send love. That's it. And it's so simple, but we get in the way with it because we feel like we have to do something more. We have to do this. We have to do that. Maybe even we question, are we doing it right? But if it's sent with fear, that's not good either. We're working against what we our intentions really of the results that we wanted. Okay. So it's make sure that you come from a space of complete love and harmony, unconditional love, and send it out. And we'll all get through this, and know this, that some people, just people, are in the people. If they're ready to go, what's the means? To just know that. It would be nice, and we're going to get there, that golden age when we're done, the death isn't going to be a death like we've known. It's just, I'm going to go do this now. And it's just like a disappearing. But everyone's going to be cool with it. Oh, okay. Because we'll all be connected, and you'll still, again, we can't imagine that, or we can't fathom that because our brain doesn't understand that yet, right? So it's just very beautifully, the things that are still coming up, that are going on, and it's going to come up. Just remember to sit with love, love, love. Love your sacred space. Love the space you're in. And when you go someplace, you're taking your sacred space, that space within your aura, with you, right? And you're blessing everyone else who's around you, and even the places that you go to. And sometimes you may be drawn to go to a place that needs healing. And it can be the craziest, we shouldn't overthink it. It can just be, I would hear messages, go to this particular thrift store. The logical mind, but I don't need anything. Just go to the store. Go inside the store and walk around. Okay. Go in there and walk around. And I'm realizing what I do in public to protect myself is by pushing out that love and that harmony. And I realize I'm walking around the store. I'm not really looking. I'm looking kind of, sort of. And then I'm humming. And I'm like, oh, you sent me to heal this place, this space. I get it now. And so you realize what you're doing when you're vibrating, you start to hum, and you're just offering your own little world. That spot right there just needed a burst of some good energy. And I just have this pull to do this, to do that, to walk this way, or drive this way, or go, in this direction, and do something a little different, whether you hear that they're guiding you, and that your healing energy is needed. So just, and I understand that, because, hey, I would question everything. And my poor angelic committee, all the angels and the ascended masters, the guides, everyone's like, oh gosh, she's doing it again. Really? Sure, that's what they look like. Actually, the light beings, I have to tell you, they almost seem like they're cold statues, because they're in such harmony that they have their emotions in check constantly, that they almost seem like they don't. But they're just like, they just stand there just staring at you, and you're like, what does that mean? Am I a moron or what? Say something. But we're so used to that action, reaction, and they're not reactive like that. They're responsive. But so it's kind of funny. Then I have my guides who have had a life on this airplane. They're like, don't do that. They're not going to respond that way. So it's kind of funny. And the angels are just that pure love, and just, they're all loving. It's just their ways of expressing it is different, just like with each person, right? Each of us, we express it differently. All right. I want to share something with you that is really, really good. Whew, let me get some water first. Okay. It's about relationships. I've always said, know thyself, know yourself before you go into any type of relationship. All right. I found that in listening to, I produce the shows in Goldylocks Productions, and then even my own readings. more and more people now are shifting away from a relationship, a love relationship, and is more just relationship with everyone. And moving, it's more about love, love, love. And I think it's fascinating because that's part of the healing process of knowing thyself. How can you heal yourself if you don't know yourself, right? So that's a very, very old secret, is know thyself. And like the old mystical schools, things like that. So I want to share with this. I get a lot of wonderful newsletters. Again, we all sit in different circles and read and experience a lot of things, whether it's what we read or what we see, YouTube videos. But I belong to this one. He's actually on Patreon. It's Dr. Jack Cruz, and I'm going to put his name up for you here. I have it. He's on Patreon, so it's Goldylocks Productions. But Dr. Jack Cruz. Now, he talks about the mitochondria and how important the sun is, the sunlight, and how sunblock hurts us. It's chemicals you're putting on the skin. And so then we have a reaction really to the chemicals that we have on our skin, whether it's lotions, other lotions, skin block, chemicals in our laundry detergent. I mean, just so on and so forth. So then we start having these reactions, and the people are so scared about cancer, but not from our sun's UV. All right. And it can't be copied and duplicated. What man has tried to copy the sun, and the UV, the red and the blue light is different. It can't be copied from the sun because we are designed to, as these human beings and these earthlings, to survive and thrive by working in harmony with Mother Nature. So just like a plant thrives better in the sunlight, sure, you can have these plant lights, artificial lights, whatever, but there's a size difference. Their growth is different. You can definitely tell this. So we need this, and the sunlight from the sun, going outside, exposing our skin to it for 15 minutes at least is huge. Helps on a cellular level and even helps to heal our mitochondria. And I've talked about him before just briefly. But anyway, I like this article he wrote. I'll keep his name up so you can search for him. You can find his website, and then you find him on Patreon. But I really liked about he talked about a relationship redox, attraction versus connection. Now, redox, R-E-D-O-X, what does that mean? Remember, he's a doctor, so he's going to use some terms here. Redox is short for reduction and oxidation. It describes all chemical reactions on which actions have an increase or decrease in oxidation, either in the numbers or oxidation state. Pretty much, you want to help your cells to communicate. All right. So I really thought that it was interesting, the article he wrote, Attraction versus Connection, that some people confuse intensity for passion and challenge for attraction. This happens most often when people are not optimized biologically. Okay? This leads us chronically making the same mistakes with the people we choose to love. How many of us have done that? We've all done it. Just raise your hand. All too often, we fall in love with the same person, but with a different face. So pretty much the situation. Different person, same situation, right? So when you get your redox house in order, so when you get all of your cells communicating, we're rebuilding your magnetic power in your colony of mitochondria. So is the human magnet situation why we continue to love people who hurt us? All right. We have that magnetism, right? Is that good or is it bad? Have we jumped in too early because our brain mitochondria have caught up to the pituitary glands, which controls desires? So ask yourself this question. Is attraction just flesh and connection linked to soul and spirit? Yeah. What do you think? Attraction is flesh and connection is soul. Yeah. Is it true? When healing your ailments, you want to make sure you're falling for a healthy partner and not recreating old dysfunctional patterns of your past. If you do, you will wind up with another bad relationship. You have to fall in love with your best friend. This means you have to spend time alone finding a friend who is worth your best. Then you have to give them the best of you as a friend. Sans a romance. This takes time and effort. Many of us have been married for a long time, understand this and know this, that when the passion is gone, what's going to carry that? So it is true when you hear you need to marry your best friend. It's absolutely correct. Because if it's just a chemical attraction and that fades, what do you have left? Right? But every relationship, good, bad, or ugly, trains you for the next one. And I love what he calls with healing black swans. We're black swans. With healing black swans, I have seen over time in my practice that one of the most prevalent and under-discussed issue they all have is the powerful and dysfunctional attraction between opposites, or the codependents, the givers, and the pathological narcissists, the takers. It shows up on social media forums and many journals and on his website. It has shown up on events he's even put up. So real growth calls for taking ownership of your decision tree. Thinking is the function of redox power. So who enters this circle, he has like a circle of 6. Wholly depends on your mind. So he's talking about 6 physical. But I like to, that's why stop at 6, 12? I've always taught circles of 12. That's what I've heard. All right. So, and it's multi-dimensional circles of 12. We get that. Anyway. So the thing is that exercises examining how you think about attraction, your connection. It isn't about blaming yourself. It's about understanding who you are. And your dating history is more than a pile of wreckage. It's a story. You're the main character and you wrote the novel with your choices. Think about what you have carried from one to the next, both good and bad. Then ask yourself, why did you do this? It usually comes back to how you think about yourself. Simply regretting failed relationships leaves you in the back seat. Or even worse, tied up in the trunk, trying to kick out a taillight. Relationships don't happen to us. We make them happen because of how we think about things and about ourselves. So the vanity of attraction gets people in the most trouble. It really is ludicrous that humans often choose people because of beauty and vanity. Right? You know, it's akin to pick our meals based on their color instead of their taste. What really matters to you in life and selecting your close circle of people around you? You want in your inner circle. All right? Your next mate should only come from your group of best friends for those who are looking. All right? So when you are a slave to vanity, what you seek begins to seek you. And sadly, most get what they are seeking and their relationship ends badly. Watch what your attraction asks of you. You might get it. Will the connection with the best friend do the same? All right? So just know yourself. Okay, we've talked about this before. Anyone can date. Anyone can have sex. It doesn't mean you're ready for an adult relationship. When you're healing from an ailment, you're actually just auditioning for one. Think about that. Some of us can love forever. some for 6 years, some for 6 months, some for 6 hours. It just turns out the context, the timing of the attraction matters a great deal, and the situation in question, so choose wisely. When we're stuck in a toxic relationship, we have to understand, what's going on in that type of relationship. And I've talked about this before, what's going on inside of you, you manifest outside of you. So if you're a mess inside, which we all are, okay, but if you are really down on yourself, then opposites attract. People spot you out very easily. They know they can manipulate you, and so then they latch on to you and give you this false sense of security. So we have to be self-secure within ourselves. We have to appreciate and respect ourselves first. Develop that on the inside. And then as that projects outward, then only people who appreciate you and respect you will want to be within your inner circle. All right? Know that. And I'm not saying you won't be tempted. There will be some people who come up and see, oh, she thinks she's strong. Let's test her. That does happen. But anyway, I thought that was a pretty good article from Dr. Jack Kruse. Again, this is different words, using a little, expressive more scientifically than spiritually, but you can see how it's all intertwined together. It all really means the same thing. So let's see. That's what I want to avoid. Julia, don't focus on avoiding, because you're giving attention to what you want to avoid and you get it. Focus on what you want. Focus on that self-love. I am worthy. All right. And all of you sitting in this sacred circle right now, we are all here for each other. It's a support group of love. So there you go. That should help you in developing other circles of those that love and appreciate you just for who you are. So let's see. Robin, I've been having a lot of deja vu lately. Yes. Yeah, me too. Yeah, it's deja vu is like, okay, certain markers in place that we're on the right path. So when we experience deja vu, it makes us stop for a moment and go, why does this seem familiar? Because we reached like a certain checkpoint for us. We're not totally born with amnesia. We do have some things, and I believe that deja vu is those checkpoints of, well, we made it to another checkpoint, but why does this seem so familiar? And yes, we have reached another checkpoint, Charlie. Yay! No, another checkpoint. Woohoo! So it's a good thing, and just sit with that and write about it, journal about it, and hey, this is this experience. So it's writing about that helps tremendously. It really does. All right, so I had mentioned that article from Jack Kruse, who's on Patreon. You can find, you just type his name in Patreon, you'll find him too. And this is Goldylocks Productions on Patreon. If you would like to become a patron with us, you can check that out. Let's see. Okay. So, I'm getting what I need from you tonight, and this is great. Aw, that's wonderful. Thank you. I'm saying thank you, but I'm very grateful. Thank you, my angelic committee. Thank you, the angels, the guides, the ascended masters, the light beings who let's just go with it. There's a lot of times I don't know what is going to be discussed with the show until it can be sometimes very it's a couple days before, not so often. Usually it's not until maybe the afternoon before the show, or, sometimes not until hello everyone, and then bam, it comes in until the moment we go live. And that's okay. I've learned to trust and be relaxed and allow it to come in. As soon as you start to fear, that fear is a block. All right. So we have to be reminded of this. And this is what they want everyone to be reminded of, is to watch that fear as we are in this ascension process, because you can feel it pulling us back down. We're all ascending. And so you may feel a tug every once in a while from those around you, maybe who are resisting and fighting it, from situations or places that you go into. And because some of these negative spots of Earth are release spots from Mother Earth, the negativity has to release somehow. And we can be very sensitive to those areas. Usually it tries to make them in a place, very rural, or a place there's not a lot of people. But they can happen too in cities, depending on the history of that and whether they were good or bad. They were naughty or not. Okay, so we've got 15 minutes left. And oh no, thank you, Robin. Thank you. And all of it's not just my angelic committee, by the way. Let me make it very clear, is that, see, when we're sitting in sacred circle with people that we trust, it's not just us. It's our angels, our guides, our loved ones. It's everyone that's in that angelic committee circle, I call them, okay? Or guides, whatever you want to call that. I like the little nickname, because it's just to go through the whole thing. All the angels, all my guides, all my loved ones, the ascended masters that pop it, so it's just angelic committee. Fast, done. They know who they are. It's not just mine. It's each and every one of yours. As we're having a conversation, as we're giving and receiving, the love and healing, they are facilitating that as well. And there's great communication amongst themselves. And that just ties us together even more. I don't want to say tie like, oh my gosh, restrained tie, but knits us and shows us how we all are truly connected and truly one. All right. So what I'm going to do is take another sip of water, stay hydrated. And I'm going to give some messages. I'm going to pull the card. I was drawn to dragon cards, dragon oracle cards, the dragons, the changes with the earth. All right. The ley lines are called dragon lines. Dragons are real. They want you to work with them. Stay out of fear. Work with the dragons, the elementals. Reconnect with Mother Earth. Ask her, what do you need? All right. How can I support you? How can I support you and the elementals, the dragons, in maintaining balance and realignment and balance as we are doing the same thing with ourselves? All right. Oh, excuse me. A lot of energy is coming through. Woo, I start burping. Yeah, I know, right? It's one of my favorite decks too, Teresa. All right, so if anybody say now in the comments or type in, pick a card. Pull a card. Pull a card for me, please. And I will pull a card for you and give you a short and quick message. I know we have a lot of people, but if you just put your comments in, we can hopefully get everyone in. Okay, so we will get everyone in. All right. Because here's something. Time expands and contracts as I need it to. Aha. Remember that. Time expands and contracts as I need it to. I'm not going to be a slave by the clock. Never have, refused. Don't even wear a watch. Well, actually, I stopped watches. Watches cease to work on me after it takes about sometimes 12, 20, 24 hours. But I've been able to wear a watch in a very long time, since my early 20s, and I realized I was going through watches, and it was like, that's it, I'm done. All right, so let's see. Pull the card. Yes, there we go, Kiki. Absolutely. Thank you so much for sitting in Sacred Circle and for waiting so long. Beautiful Kiki. I love your name. All right, so we're pulling a card for Kiki. All right, Kiki, you get the Golden Orange Dragon. Expand your light for ascension. Be a peaceful warrior. Help those in need. I do believe you're already a peaceful warrior. You most definitely are. It's a beautiful card. Orange, the Golden Orange Dragon. That peaceful warrior. You already are. The thing is that watch who is in your inner circle. Make sure that you see the good in everyone, but it's for your protection. It's okay to walk away from people who are going to be toxic to you, who are toxic to you. All right. So the peaceful warrior does have boundaries, and you will just keep shining brightly. All right. Call on the dragons to help you with the boundaries and to help you know who to keep in your life and who not to. Help me with that. And to be that peaceful warrior, keep going forward. You keep helping. You have such a beautiful heart. And it's just in your mission to help people, to help others, help humanity, help yourself. That's where you feel the happiest. All right. So leave that with you, Kiki. And thank you so much for joining in. Let's see. Chris, pull a card for you. Yes, I know it's one of my favorites. Yay! All right, Chris. Let's see. Beautiful. Chris, card for you. Ooh. All right, Chris, you get the Pure White Dragon from Orion. Transform your ascension knowledge into pure wisdom. Ooh, act with truth and integrity, which you do. Let your wings of light grow and expand. Absolutely. And it's all our 3D knowledge is uploaded, ascending into our wisdom. There is a difference between knowledge and wisdom. And we're using that wisdom in the ascension. So keep shining brightly, Chris. And you're receiving the messages. Absolutely. And keep receiving them. Don't, I know it's natural to question them or to go, really? But I'm comfortable. Chris, you're going to be taken out of your comfort zone big time within the next couple of months, from the fall to the beginning of the winter. But it's for your highest and greatest. And you'll know it when you're going through it. Maybe not that first couple of days of where you feel like you're scrambling, but everything will work out. Okay? So it will all work out. All right. Amy. Here we go. Amy. Oh, you're welcome, Kiki. All right, Amy. This is for Amy. Oh, this is beautiful deck. Okay. Oh, Amy. Oh, it's beautiful. It's the green dragon. It's holding a golden key. Helps you tune into the secrets of nature. Receives answers and guidance from nature aligned with your divine essence. Yes. Well, Amy, we are neighbors. I mean, we, pretty much, not in the same neighborhood, but we live in the same state, in the same area. And we are so lucky to have such a beautiful place to live in the fall and take some time to be out with nature. If you haven't taken your son to, what's that called? Denison's Nature. I'm just being guided to Denison Nature something. I haven't been there yet. I've been wanting to go, but I do believe it's in Mystic. So go there, and I'm just being guided to tell you to go there. I'm not going to try to figure it out. It's for you. So I leave that with you. Spend more time in nature, and we're going to have some beautiful months to do that. And you're going to have an aha moment in nature. All right. There you go. Anthony, yes, most definitely. I will pull a card for Anthony. Anthony, I hope you're still working with your dragon. Your dragon's very powerful around you, Anthony. I'm sure you recognize that. All right. Because your dragon's one of the most strongest ones that pushes right through. And of course, you get Thor's red, black, and gold dragon. Protects you in times of change. It's a time of rapid transition and transformation. Relax, you are safe. So there's a lot of, even like with Chris, but it's different. Actually, no, I'm feeling like job for both of you. There's some type of change that's going to happen very quickly, but it's similar, but not the same as Chris. I don't want to do that comparison, but Anthony, something with it. It could be promotion. It can be just something out of the blue for you. But no, it is going to be good. It's funny, lightning fast, you know. It's going to come in like a crack of thunder, you know, Thor's red, black, and gold dragon. Beautiful, beautiful dragon. I'm not sure, Sarah, if you have this deck. You should pull this card out. And Anthony, really sit with this card. And for those of you who do not have this deck, when I'm holding the card up for you, you take a screenshot. All right. And this deck is by Diana Cooper. So if you wanted to, let me show one more time. Diana Cooper, if you wanted to get your own deck, if you're interested in these oracle cards. I've seen a lot of dragon decks before, but this one is one of my favorites. Okay. So, all right. And yes, Julia. Absolutely. Julia. All right, what I'm getting as I'm even pulling a card for you is to stop with the self-doubt. You're very intuitive. You're getting messages, but you want to debate them. Please stop that. Knock it off, they're saying, and go with it. Go with it. Go with the flow. I say, Black Dragon from Saturn brings you wisdom through spiritual discipline. Concentrate, focus on your ultimate vision, and congratulate yourself. You've passed a test. Okay? So there's a first part of this test that you have passed. Now, because I know it feels like, oh my goodness, how much more? But each step, keep going. Keep trusting and believing. All right? You can't be gripped by fear and stay hidden in your home, gripped by fear. One step at a time, one day at a time. Always stay in the now. That's where the magic is, people. We can go back and heal the past in the now. We can go back and create the future in the now. Right here is the magic sweet spot. All right, Julia. Let's see. You're welcome, Chris. Absolutely. Teresa. Absolutely a pull card for you. Mm-hmm. Okay. Beautiful Teresa. Feel that party. You have a celebration coming up, or a party, a get together. It's coming up within the next 6 weeks, 6 to 8 weeks. We'll have some fun. All right. Silver Lunar Dragon bathes you in the divine feminine light. Come into balance and practice peace, harmony, and cooperation. Expand your causal chakra. That's our moon chakra, our causal chakra. We can't take our seven. Teresa, I'm just going to say this real quick. It's a side note to everyone. We can't take our 7-dimensional. I'm sorry. Let me try that again. We can't take our 5-dimensional chakras into the upper vibrations and the upper dimensions. It's 12 chakras. Causal is one of them. It's right behind our head. When we had elongated skulls, it was actually part of that. but we don't anymore. So now it's outside. So it's our connection to the Divine Mother. It's connection to the moon. For those of you who need to see what that looks like, I have the 12 chakra chart, what it looks like, the 3D and the 5D. If you want to go to my website, whitesagewoman.com, and click on the Cosmic Heart Healing page, and you will see that chart for those of you who need to see the 12 chakra chart. Okay. And for the 5th dimension and higher. This is what we're working with to help us to make this ascension ease in a little bit better. So Teresa, you are definitely a mood goddess. You get a lot of your information with the cycles of the moon. And so we're moving into a new moon next Friday, I do believe. Yes, next Friday is the new moon. So it doesn't matter for you, because you're so strongly connected with it. You receive, and we're all receiving uploads and downloads each new and full moon. But for you, it seems like every week, no matter what phase it's in, second quarter, third quarter, whatever, you are fourth quarter, you are getting these tremendous vibrations from the moon. So you're going to love anything to do with the moon. If it's selenite crystals, the silver jewelry, find a moonstone that resonates very much with you. This is a very powerful time for you. So really, oh, wow. Woohoo! So if you do any moon ceremonies, even if it's just standing at the window, looking at the full moon light, and just we are one, sending that moon love, guess what? That's very powerful. All right. So I'll leave that with you, Teresa. And now I'm burning up. We're talking about the moon and I'm burning up. Oh, you're welcome, Amy. Yes, we haven't been there. There you go. There's your validation to go. Yeah. Woohoo. Sarah, I do have that. I was drawn to it earlier. Oh, that's great. Yeah. The Thors. Yep. Have him sit with it. I really need him. He needs to hold it in his hands and feel that. Feel it. I feel like so. Sarah. Okay. Sarah, you need to do some more singing too. You need to pick a really high. I feel you got a little. There's something you're not saying. It's nothing major. Okay, it's just a little block, and singing keeps that throat chakra in that block, keeps removing and releasing the blocks. All right. So I need you to pick like a Mariah Carey, a really high, or Whitney Houston, but very high soprano type of song, and blast that out. Okay. And so there you go. You've got the Alpha Dragon. Harness the divine masculine power of creation. Destroy the old, visualize your dream, and manifest a new world. Now, this is the masculine side of yourself. It helps you to be forceful when you need to be forceful, to take the action, because you're just so much into the feminine and so beautiful and kind of laid back a lot. And yeah, the feminine can be forceful too, but that's more when she's pushed. The masculine is a different type. So the alpha masculine dragon, because there's an alpha female too. So you will understand this, maybe in singing too, and blowing that little block out too. That alpha dragon will just help you give some attention to the male side of yourself, and all that is just making sure that you're balanced. All of us can do that. The masculine and feminine parts of myself are balanced, even though I said the little exercise with your mind, because the left part of our mind is the feminine. I'm sorry. Let me try that again. The left part of the mind is the masculine. All right. The right part is the feminine. So we need to make sure that both hemispheres of our mind, masculine and feminine, are working together. The Kundalini snakes that go up our spine, masculine and feminine, the energy. These are energy conduits. All right, it runs all through our body. So they just want you to just visualize being in realignment and in balance here. And that's just all it is. It's that easy, because I know women say, okay, let's balance the masculine. And it's like, well, how do I do that? Just visualize yourself being in balance, and that's it. We don't need to overthink it. So Teresa, not to my knowledge. Oh, well, you are a beautiful moon goddess. So you'll have to work that. Yeah. Okay. Wendy, please pull a card for me. Okay. Robin, I did not pull a card for you. You're next. Yeah, I don't think I did. No, I'm not feeling like I did. Okay, so let me, hold on. Stop for a moment. Robin, I'll get to you next now. This is Wendy. Wendy's energy. There we go. Okay. Stay focused. Wendy. Ooh, Wendy. The Earth Dragon clears your path and land around you. Stay grounded. Be ready to serve. Stuck energy is clearing. You can move forward in life. You're doing all of this. The stuck energy is being cleared. Isn't that beautiful? Yeah. The Earth Dragon. Very nice. Looks like it has stripes. Yeah, you're always ready to serve and stay grounded, and it's been paying off because you've been working a lot with that. So, all right. Robin. Now, Robin, is just for you. I'm glad you saved the show, too. So, all right, Robin. So, getting to you now. Robin. Okay, are you two energy? Who got this card? I forget now. Pure white. Oh, dragon from Orion. Transform your ascension knowledge into pure wisdom. Chris got the same card as Chris. It's okay. It's the same message. As a lot of times the messages are for multiple people or for us all. All these cards are for all of us. All these cards and messages. Process what you know. Act with truth and honesty. Let your wings of light grow and expand. Robin, you are a very powerful teacher. Not sure if you're doing some teaching. You should be. And so just keep going. Keep shining on, and share that wisdom that you have with others as well. But teaching, I keep hearing for you. All right? So, yeah. Sarah, that creates a block whenever you ignore something that you get a pull to do, and we've all done it. We all make excuses. We get sidetracked. And then the next thing you know, we have a little block. So it's nothing major. Just sing and blow it out. Okay? So there you go. Not to my knowledge, in regards to celebration, I am a moon child. Very much. Yes, you are. Very much so. So just keep in mind, I feel like there's just a big, whether it's a party, but it's within the next 6 weeks. So really, maybe you're going someplace. There's just a lot of food, music. Everyone's having a good time. So it can be anything from a private party to a public marketplace to just get out and have some fun. Yay. All right. There you go. Thank you. We got through, everyone. Yay. All right. So thank you so much, everyone, for tuning in. I love these messages. And so next week, the first Sunday, and it is the first in September, I'm so excited. So we'll see what the energy feels like then. Probably still some more good stuff. But remember, as these changes, and I feel like there's going to be a lot more earth changes within the next 3 months that can make you go, okay, I understand and know that this is happening, but wow, it can shake you. But stay true to your wisdom, to your knowing and stay connected to that cosmic heart. And we all get through this together. So thank you so much for participating in this sacred circle. Many blessings and lots of love to each and every one of you. Until next Sunday, good night, everyone.
Thanks for listening. We hope you enjoyed the show.